What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my picks for MLB
Wednesday, July 29th.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made.
Okay guys, let's take a look at this 9-game main slate. At pitcher, I like Chris Paddack with a 2% pitching advantage over the San Francisco Giants. Chris Paddack pitches his best ball versus righty batters, only giving up a .603 OPS versus righties. He's facing 3 righties tonight. He also pitches really well versus lefties, only giving up a .638 OPS versus lefties. And he's facing 4 lefties tonight. But what I like about this pick is the Giants are only batting 6 for 27. That's a .222 batting average. Now, I like Jacob deGrom, but he's going against the Red Sox, and he's super expensive tonight. So if you want to pay down just a little bit for a stud pitcher, Chris Paddack is pitching 88 pitches per game. His record is last year was 9-7. In his last 3 games, he scored 40, 39, and 49 FanDuel points. So I like Chris Paddack here versus the San Francisco Giants. Okay, let's take a look at the first base position. I like Paul Goldschmidt with a 40% batting advantage over Rich Hill. Paul Goldschmidt bats 18% better versus lefty pitchers. He's batting a .961 OPS versus lefties. And Rich Hill throws 22% worse to righties than he does lefties. He's giving up a .674 OPS versus righties, which isn't too bad. Rich Hill's real weakness is switch hitters, but Paul Goldschmidt is batting 9 for 19. That's a .474 batting average and a 1.313 OPS versus Hill. He has 2 home runs in there, so fantastic batter versus pitcher stats. Paul Goldschmidt is $3,700 FanDuel salary and $700 more on DraftKings. So I like Paul Goldschmidt here versus Rich Hill. Okay, who do we have at the second base position? Here's a salary saver for you guys. I like Adam Frazier with a 47% batting advantage over Brandon Woodruff. Adam Frazier bats 15% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .782 OPS versus righties. And Brandon Woodruff throws his worst ball by far to lefty batters. 32% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .808 OPS versus lefties. Adam Frazier is batting 4 for 10, 400 batting average with a 1.100 OPS versus Woodruff. Adam Frazier is only $2,200 FanDuel salary and $1,400 more on DraftKings. So I like Adam Frazier here versus Brandon Woodruff. Okay, who do we have at the third base position? I like Josh Donaldson with a 40% batting advantage over Daniel Ponce de Leon. What a name. Josh Donaldson bats 8% better versus righty pitchers. He's batting a .917 OPS versus righties. And Daniel Ponce de Leon throws his worst ball by far to righty batters. 31% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .747 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats yet versus Ponce de Leon, and Josh Donaldson is $3,100 FanDuel salary and $1,100 more on DraftKings. So I like Josh Donaldson here versus Daniel Ponce de Leon.
Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL, MLB is still going, NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the shortstop position. This was a tough position. There's not a lot of great matchups here. All the good matchups are in the outfield position, but I was able to find a guy that I liked. I like Xander Bogaerts. He doesn't have a batting advantage here, but he does bat 3% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .946 OPS versus righties. Now he's going up against Jacob deGrom. This is a tough matchup, guys. So you're gonna have to hope he at least gets a hit and then maybe gets a couple hits in the later innings. He is 0 for 3 versus deGrom. I think he's due for a hit. So I like Xander Bogaerts here versus Jacob deGrom. Oh, Xander Bogaerts is $3,400 FanDuel salary and $700 more on DraftKings. Now, if you don't want to go with Xander Bogaerts, if you don't like that matchup versus Jacob deGrom, I definitely don't blame you. Maybe you'll take a look at a guy like Corey Seager. He's got a decent split here. He bats 20% better versus righties. He's only $3,100 FanDuel salary and $1,300 more on DraftKings. And he's facing a low salary pitcher, Christian Xavier. No at-bats versus Xavier yet, but that's another guy I'd look at if you're not feeling Xander Bogaerts. So I like Corey Seager here versus Christian Xavier. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. I got a few picks for you here. I'm just going to run over them real quick. I think Christian Yelich is in a smash spot here versus a low salary pitcher, Joe Musgrove. He's batting 5 for 13, a .385 batting average with a 1.231 OPS versus Musgrove. But Christian Yelich, you're going to have to pay up. He's $4,300 FanDuel salary, $1,600 more on DraftKings. He may be tough to fit in if you're going to be playing a pitcher like Jacob deGrom. So I'm going to move down in salary here. And a salary saver for you here in the outfield position is Tommy Edman with a 72% batting advantage over Rich Hill. Tommy Edman bats 16% better versus lefty pitchers. He's batting a .963 OPS versus lefties. And Rich Hill, we mentioned this earlier, he pitches his worst ball by far to switch hitters. 56% worse than his other pitches, giving up a 1.371 OPS versus switch hitters. Now, Tommy Edman is only $2,500 FanDuel salary. He's $1,900 more on DraftKings. So I like Tommy Edman here versus Rich Hill. And just real quick, one more pick for you here at the outfield position. I like Whit Merrifield with a 10% batting advantage over Matthew Boyd. Whit Merrifield, he bats pretty much the same versus lefty and righties. He's batting a .814 OPS versus lefties. And Matthew Boyd pitches his worst ball to righty batters. 10% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .795 OPS versus righties. And I love this pick because take a look at these batter versus pitcher stats. He is 20 for 39, batting a .513 batting average and a 1.292 OPS versus Boyd. Those are some killer stats. Whit Merrifield is only $3,200 FanDuel salary and $1,000 more on DraftKings. So I like Whit Merrifield here versus Matthew Boyd.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.